What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and welcome to today's Clash of Clans video. This one is going to be very exciting. We have all witches, the mass witch attack in Legends League. Now, I ask you guys, my subscribers, what attacks you want to see. If you are not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe down below and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on daily Clash of Clans videos. Now, in the previous episode, the most liked comment by far was the mass bats and witch attack. So that is what we're going to be doing in this one. If you want to have a chance of having your attack strategy used, be sure to let me know down in the comments what you want me to use, and be sure to like the comments that you want to see. The most likes, that is what we are going to bring. The mass lava hound was a close second, so be sure to leave a like on the video if you want to see that next. Getting into the first attack, guys, I am going to take initially all witches, 4 jump spells and freeze spells. That is what I think for the witches would work incredibly well. I'm going to try and see here in this first attack how many jump spells we feel we need, and then we can try and maximize out on bat spells as suggested in the comment. Towards the end of it, we will do an attack just for fun with all witches, all bats, even though the witches won't really have any access through the base. That one will purely just be for fun at the end of the episode, but we've got 3 attacks to make it happen, guys. So let's see what we can do, starting out with the jump and the freeze. Then we will go to jump and bat spells before trying all witches and all bat spells. Let me know what composition you think would work. The single infernos are what we are hoping for here, guys. Multis, we could still get this done, but singles, there's a good chance we could 3-star. What have we got? Ah, it's multis, but we do have a single at the bottom here. How are we going to attack this base, this horrible, horrible base? Okay. You see this all the time in Legends League, don't you? Absolutely everywhere. Look at all of the wizard towers to the bottom and no splash damage to the top. That means we could get the witches to power into this area. Slammer could work down the bottom, but I've got witches in the slammer, so it doesn't really do too much, guys. I feel like we need to press in from this area straight to the town hall. That is what we are going to try and do. 4 jump spells. Do we really need that many? I think let's go with the slammer over here to try and help with the funnel. Black bomb right off the bat, beautiful stuff, alongside the queen, the king on this side. Then we can start off with all witches. In they come right the way down this side. Let's get a jump spell in there, and then we can get one coming through to the middle of the base as well, trying to save onto the freeze spells if I can. King's ability is popped as everything comes forward. Let's freeze the eagle. I only missed 1 shot there, guys. I actually didn't help out too much. Let's try and push them jump spells in a little bit more. Queen is doing a good job here. We don't even have the Grand Warden in. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me right now? Let's freeze the multi. As everything comes forward, we've got to be careful now. Major errors happening within this raid. The balloons come across, even more coming out of the clan castle, getting close to the 1-star. We've got to be careful now, and we've got to use the Grand Warden's ability sensibly. I'm going to use it, guys. I've decided I am going to use it. The town hall pops. Can we get anything onto it? Another freeze spell is used. A lot of witches down the bottom here, but they are migrating around the town hall. We've still got plenty in the middle, but they are going down fast. They only get the town hall to about 25%, and because the Grand Warden, what was I doing? Why was he not even in the base? Oh, major rookie. Let me know down in the comments if you have ever forgot your Grand Warden. I'm not actually quite sure what happened there, guys, but let's hope that we can do a little bit better with the witches and the bat spells. Maybe we might have done a little bit better if the Grand Warden was in, but honestly, we probably wouldn't have done that much better because the skeletons would have got one-shotted anyway. Do we stick with witches in the town hall, or do we go with something else? I feel like if we are going with the mass witch attack, we can't really take anything else. So I am going to request the exact same thing I think 4 jump spells are needed to get us through the base, so let's come back when we are ready to integrate some bat spells. Hopefully we can get this done, and then right at the end of the video, the last attack will be all witches and all bats. We need to move on, and we need to correct the next attack. We can't have errors like we did in the first one. We are not going to have freeze spells for this next attack. We've gone with a little bit of a hybrid army in that of 4 jump spells and the bat spells, but for the next attack, all witches and all bat spells. I'm not quite sure how it is going to turn out, but you guys made me do it. Now, I did quickly watch that first attack back, and rewind the video and see if you agree with me on this. But I think if we saved onto the final freeze spell, we would have got the Town Hall and the 2-star. Reason being, we used the Grand Warden's ability. I was in such a panic because we hadn't put him in that we used the ability and the freeze spell at pretty much the same time. It was only the new skeletons that were getting protected from the freeze. And then, when the witches and skeletons went to the Town Hall, I'd already used the freeze. Rewind and see if you agree with me. I think we would have got the 2 stars, guys. But we move on. These videos where you suggest them, mass witches, mass bats. It's not meant to be an overpowering strategy. Let's see if we can get this one done. We have all multi-target infernos. Why is it when we are doing queen charges we have all single target infernos, then when you decide to record a mass witch attack, it's all multis? At least these guys, when they log in, will think, what the? I've never been attacked with all witches. Right, what do? We've wasted 25 seconds. All of the splash damage appears to be the top. We could come in from this angle, look, and I guess, look, we could potentially get the slammer to that multi alongside. Yeah, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a jump in alongside the slammer, the king, and a wizard. The aim of that is to take down the multi-inferno. That is the aim. I'm putting a big pack of witches to that side, queen in the middle with my witches, and I'm not going to forget it, guys, the Grand Warden. Here, let's go with a jump here to try and centralize things. The multi-inferno went down, which is good. We've got a nice little funnel going here. Why don't we press the bats over this side? Look, no splash damage there. They should be able to do pretty good. Now let's use the jump in this area, pressing forward to that eagle, and another one on the Town Hall. The bats have done a lovely job there, pressing everything. The king's ability is going to be used. I might use the Grand Warden's ability there as well, just to allow the king onto the Town Hall, and it might have paid off, guys. It is. We didn't use the Grand Warden's ability, so wow, another major error. I thought I'd use the Grand Warden's ability. I pressed it and it didn't work, but it did us a favor because the king got it anyway. He got the Town Hall. It's protected the witches this little bit longer, and would you believe it, guys, we are going to get over 70% for a mass witch attack with the bat spells. So I guess it's kind of evened each other out. The first error that we made in the first attack, not putting the Grand Warden in, I don't think it had that big of a deal, to be honest. The skeletons, even with the HP boost, they would have gone straight down, but it definitely would have been beneficial with it. But then we tried to use the ability in that one, missed it, and it still worked out for the better. 76%, guys. Show some love on the video for that one. But we now have to do all witches and all bats. That's what was requested, guys. So I feel we need the Wrecker. There's no other way about it. Wrecker, witches, and we are going to need bat spells. Honestly, guys, this is not going to work out. The witches can't get through the base, so they will go down incredibly quickly, but you guys asked for it. You guys shall receive, and if you want to see your strategy, again, let me know in the comments. Thank you to my clanmate Fog for that one, but let's come back when we are ready to go for the final attack of the video. What is going on today, guys? I watched that attack back because I knew I pressed the Grand Warden's ability. I was confident that I pressed it. And I'm sure that we're going to have a ton of you in the comments. Yeah, this guy thought he used his Grand Warden's ability and he pressed the Queen. I have never done that before. I don't know what happened. How did I press the Queen? I honestly, I don't know. Let me know if you've done that before, but that has never happened to me before. And that leads me to think that this isn't going to end well. But you guys wanted to see it. All witches and all bats. Now, it is going to be dependent on the base, this one. There is no way that this is going to end fantastically OP. We have to probably, if I were to have a guess, we have to probably sue the heroes to the town hall and then try and pick up the 50%. It might work, spreading the witches around and the bats around. Or if the splash is in one area of the base, we might be able to then, you know, just press in heavy from one side. It's all going to be dependent on the base. Now, this attack is not going to take a lot of time. So even if I run over the 30 seconds, then that might have to be what we have to do to make this as successful as possible. Here we go, guys. If you want to see the mass golem attack strategy, I will link that video after this one. That is the one where you guys requested all of these witches. I don't even know how to go about this, guys. I've never done this. And we have 2 singles. That is not bad. Not bad at all. What can we do? Look, we could get the bats into the top. Look, the town hall has to be centralized, doesn't it? So we're going to have to go with a wrecker. We're going to have to probably try and save the heroes. We could deploy the bats onto the wizard tower, actually. That could work. Deploy the bats on the wizard tower once the witches have come through. Send the wrecker in. I guess we're going to have to do that. Maybe we come in from the eagle side. That means we can get that down. There's got to be giant bombs and Teslas behind them storages. It's going to be harder for the wrecker on that side. Yeah, I think we come in from here, guys. I do. I think we come in from that side. So let's go with a couple of witches in this side. And then when the wizard tower is distracted, let's get the bat spells in. A couple of more witches with the king, the wrecker. A few more witches on this side. Let's go, guys. 9 bat spells. Let's get them in. Let's get a witch, I don't know, this side with a bat spell and a wizard to try and push ourselves through. King's ability has to be used early. Now let's get the queen and the warden coming through to try and get ourselves through this base. There is stuff happening everywhere, but we've got a lot of witches coming to the center, and we have broken into the center as well. We don't quite have to use that Grand Warden's ability yet. Eagle artillery is coming down, so let's use it now as, it was over at the other witches, but never mind, guys. It means we can heavily push into the middle here. Queen needs to get into the middle, and we might be able to get the 2-star. We're gonna get it, guys. I'm going to press the queen's ability quick. Now, the reason for that is I want that Giga Bomb down so that we can have the witches coming through and the multi-inferno. Are you kidding me? We're at 65% already. The queen is now going to go down, unfortunately, because of the single inferno. If guys, we could have held on to that queen, could this have been a 3-star? What do you guys think? Honestly, I'm baffled right now. Strategy out the window. Mass witches. Let's trend it, guys. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, share this video and get it out there. Mass Witch OP. Let me know in the comments. Hashtag Mass Witch OP if you are still here. If the queen didn't get locked on by that single inferno, this is a 3-star all day long. I cannot believe it. But there you go, guys. No matter how crazy you think the army suggestions are, they sometimes do surprise us. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not really going to do a mass goblin or a mass wall breaker or something something like that. Maybe the Mass Goblin could work, I guess, if you had some other troops. But there you go, Mass Witches with the bat spells, and we're finishing up with 87%. Be sure to leave a like for me on this one, because that was insane, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. Turn on that notification bell so that you guys can see my videos as soon as they go live. And if you want to see the Mass Golem attack, the one that brought this all about, I'm going to link that video here. Go ahead and check it out. It was a ton of fun. You guys will enjoy it. But until next time, peace out.